Good morning, traders. This is Dennis Cahigas from MF Global. It is Friday, October 21st, and this is your morning currency comment. Starting off our trading day today, we do have the dollar and treasuries both weakening here. Our expectations for the trade day today is for this to continue. So we'll look for that dollar to be under pressure and the treasury price also to slide. As we wrap up this week here, we do have a volatile week, and today we are expecting the same. All week we've been essentially focused here, or Eurocentric, as far as news, and the market has been reacting to this. Today I don't expect to see any exceptions, so we'll be looking for a reaction here to news from Europe, or anything that comes out of Europe. All in all, today I do expect to see the safe haven, so the dollar and treasury, to be under pressure here as markets do two things. Number one, cover shorts before the weekend, before the beginning of the European six-day summit, and also expecting to see a bit of the kind of buy the rumor, sell the fact, but we'll see how that pans out next week. But let's look into what brought us here, starting off here with the Asian markets. Now, last night the Asian markets did close mostly lower here. The Nikkei was down slightly here, down about 0.1%. Last night markets here, the Japanese did announce that they were going to begin a $10.5 billion bond purchase here to aid in their reconstruction from the Fukushima disaster accident earlier this year. The markets also were buoyed slightly here by anticipation here that that Europe may come out with a solution for their financial crisis. The Japanese yen did rally here last night. Important to note here for the Japanese yen, it did make new highs here. This is highs here is as high as we've been since World War II. So the Japanese yen rallying strongly here last night against the dollar. But we'll step more to that later. European markets are currently higher. The European Stocks 50 up about 2%. Two issues coming out here from Europe. Now, last night we did have a whole bunch of weak economic news coming out from both the periphery as well as the core. The German business climate as well as French business confidence, both coming much weaker than expected. So showing signs of continued slowdown as that European zone is under stress. And in the periphery, a lot more bad news coming out there as well. S&P suggesting that France is vulnerable for a one-step downgrade in their credit, and the periphery as well. So Spain, Italy, Ireland, and Portugal vulnerable for a two-step downgrade if this it does not abate. But last night and early on today, the markets are rallying here on sentiment that there may be a solution coming out over the next few days. That meeting did start today, so markets are pushing higher. The euro is rallying against the dollar. That is stronger here as well. That is stronger for the third week in the low as we look at our weekly closings. For the U.S. markets are currently higher. This December Dow futures up almost 2% here. As we anticipate some sort of or closer solution here for the European crisis. There was no scheduled economic data released earlier today. So what does this mean for our trades? Start off here with the currencies. Let's take a look at the dollar. Now for the dollar, expect that to be under pressure here as markets here are fleeing from the safe havens and going into the more risky assets. Look for that dollar to press down towards 76.20 on the low end. Again, the dollar is closing lower here if it closes in this area for the fourth week in a row. And for the treasuries, we're looking for the treasuries to also be under pressure. Look for that 10-year to push down and test support at 128. For the 30-year, we're looking for a test support about 137.16. And if I take your attention for a moment and take a look at the Japanese yen, what we do see again is the yen being in a fairly tight range over the past about month and a half to 2 months. But we do see a spike here up last night. Now the Japanese yen posting new highs, breaking out of that range and testing highs here at close to post-World War II highs, actually. That is a concern for the Japanese. They have mentioned that they are likely to intervene, so there may be something to watch here on the downside as well. But if you'd like more information on the markets, or more importantly, what that could mean for you and how to play that, please feel free to give me a call at my trade desk at 866-631-6216. Please remember that futures trading does involve a substantial amount of risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Good luck, good trade.